I'm gonna hit it in 3, 2,
Oh.
1. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Hello? You right, Diana?
I'm alright.
You with us?
I'm with you. It's just you're not showing up on, like, something wonky is going on my end, because of course it is. Let's see if I can't fix that.
Afton's in chat. I summoned the board Cutie Jackson and Cutie Diana in face-up streaming position. If that's a Yu-Gi-Oh reference, I don't think you can actually summon 2 monsters in 1 turn. So, especially not
Hello,
face-up.
Burrick. I'm trying to figure out why Buck isn't showing up. 1 second.
Am I audible?
You're audible, but like your bouncy avatar friend is not visible. It's got a failed to authenticate with Discord message.
That is strange. I've never had that.
Yeah, so I'm trying to fix that real quick. Oh.
Okay.
Maybe if I. Refresh cache of current page. There we go.
You did
That
it.
did it.
Probably. Yu-Gi-Oh tends to break its rules all the time anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Screw the rules. I have money. Is the famous saying.
Rule the screws. Money have
Rule the
I.
screws. So what are we hunting today? Gee, brain. What are we gonna do tonight?
The same day we. Damn it! The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. Sure, let's hunt the Narf.
Narf. Good ol' Rathalos.
Yeah, mascot man. Oh god, now my brain has turned that into a Mega Man thing. Mascot man.
It's just like a normal human person in a mascot suit, but like the sort of mascot suit where you can't really tell what kind of animal it's supposed to be.
Oh, see, I was thinking that super popular Japanese cow mascot girl for baseball, but like a robot face pinks. No. I don't either, but like she's very popular among furries who like cows.
Well, you would know.
I absolutely would.
It certainly sounds like your kind of thing. Immunizer.
Fire as high would be nice.
Right. If we're gonna be I kind of want to go in with this sword and shield, but I've not played Sword and Shield on this version of the game. I'm gonna switch to a safer weapon.
All right.
It's me, the Origami Killer. Oh wait, I need to sort out my items. My items.
Oh, I do have gourmet fish.
Gourmet fish. I have so many gourmet fish. Because like
I actually tried using one in a hunt recently, and they're actually surprisingly good. Like I
have 118 gourmet fish.
I would honestly recommend like actually starting to bring them out on a hunt, because the increases natural recovery bit in the description, that means you'll start healing past the red.
Item, short for information Temi. Hi, I'm Bob. Yeah, no, gourmet. I have a load of gourmet fish because somebody taught me that if you If you use the Motley Mix on Great Flame Fins, you can get dash juice from it. And as a bow main, dash juice is incredibly useful for me.
That's what it was. The Great Flame. Ow! I bit my tongue. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, so random tangent already, even though we're less than 5 minutes in.
Okay.
So, I've mentioned that one of my girlfriends moved in recently.
Yeah.
I'm going to start calling her Dream because that's what she goes by, and it makes it easier for actually referring to her instead of just vaguely saying one of my girlfriends.
Yeah. I mean, being poly has its advantages, but when it comes to telling people about your life, it does make things a bit more awkward.
A little bit. But yeah, Dream moved in recently, and
Yeah.
we've been watching one of my favorite seasons of Kamen Rider with her and Toga. We've been watching Kamen Rider Exade. Exade is the one with the infamous Christmas episode. The one
Is that
I've
the
told...
one where like they're on a spaceship and they're like, there's an imposter among us? Is that one?
No, that
Is that a different Christmas episode? Or am I just not right at all?
you're not right at all.
Okay.
I've told you about the Christmas episode.
To be fair, Diana, you tell me about a lot of things, and like there's only so much room in my brain for Kamen Rider stuff when I've not watched it myself.
Fair.
I'm sorry, that's actually kind of disrespectful of me to say, but like I do.
No,
I enjoy hearing you talk about
I get what
things.
you mean. I get what you mean. It's fine.
But yeah, no. If you want to talk more about it, I am always glad to hear my friends talking about things they're passionate about. You know.
Yeah.
So go on the Christmas episode.
So,
You'll have to refresh my memory, or no, pretend that I know, but for the sake of the viewers who might not have seen it.
so the Christmas episode of Kamen Rider Exade. It was episode 12, and it came out on Christmas Day that year. So the first half is following up on some stuff from episode 11, and goes into there's a Christmas power up that we because it's video game themed.
Okay.
And some video games do Christmas events. Son of a bitch.
Naturally. Oh. We got a Magna.
So, the first half is them beating up on the first enemy again, but this time he's got a white top hat instead of a black one, and there are salt crystals on it because his name is Salty.
Okay. And this isn't part of the Christmas theming yet.
Well, there is Christmas stuff because they get Christmas power-ups, and it changes their outfits to be Christmassy. And so they beat him.
Just Salt isn't a particularly...
sing Jingle Bells. Except it's sung by a character named Poppy People Papo, which is basically Japanese for Betty Beep Boop.
Okay.
And so
Betty Beep Boop. That is a cute name for a robot.
She's more of like an enemy character, a video game character rather, brought to life by a disease, because Kamen Rider.
The more words you say, Diana, the less sense this makes.
I know, right? But yeah, she has. She sings Jingle Bells, and it's all cutesy, and they beat Salty, and yay, happy. And then the second half of the episode happens. And my favorite fucking character fucking eats it on screen. Like, he is dead. Dead. You watch his body vanish.
Okay. So that doesn't sound like a Christmas miracle.
Nah! Because he found out some information that the big bad didn't want him finding out about. And was going to share it.
I find that trope somewhat tiresome. You know, they knew too much so they had to die trope.
Well,
I've seen it so many times.
He was a good guy anyways, and the villain was wanting to get rid of the main writers who had been doing stuff up to that point anyways, so, you know, two birds,
Right.
one stone.
I see.
And I'm sure you need me to tell this anecdote again, the one that got posted online. So there was an
Oh, is this the one where the social media presence made a goof because they were likening the death of this fictional character to the suffering of like real human beings all around the world?
I forget.
Or is that something different?
I hope it's something different, but like it could be that episode. I honestly don't remember that part.
I might be thinking of a different. There was certainly some controversy you talked about where it's like they. Anyway, go on.
It probably was that season, knowing how Ex-Aid went. But yeah. There was an anecdote shared online by a parent who was watching Ex-Aid with his kid.
Right.
He had gotten his son, the Gashakon Sparrow weapon, which is a bow that turns into a pair of kama, like Japanese hand size.
Sickles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the kid really liked Kamen Rider Laser, my favorite character, who, as I just said, died on
the one who died.
Christmas. And so this little kid grabs his toy Gashakon Sparrow and starts walking out of the house on Christmas Day, and his dad's like, "Where are you going, kid?" And the kid's like, "I'm gonna go kill it again for real, killing Laser."
Well, I appreciate the kid's sense of justice.
Yeah. So yeah, I've gotten past episode 12 with both Toga and Dream.
Good stuff. Did it get better from there? Is Kamen Rider one of those shows where like dead people can come back?
In certain seasons.
Okay.
Hell, that was literally the entire premise of the previous season was, hey, I fucking died. Time to gather up the souls of 15 historically significant people so that I can
It's
be
like
brought back to life.
It's like Bill and Ted. It's like Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Kind of.
Hello, King Beowulf Low. Has a question in my chat. What can we do for you, Beowulf? Do you feel like it's an obvious observation. Kazu just looks gross. Like, how have you tried to rationalize it? It's just a disgusting looking creature.
It's the Cthulhu chicken.
It's not really very Cthulhu. Like, it would have more appendages if it was Cthulhu. Some sort of Cthulhoid.
I just like calling it the Cthulhu chicken because it does look kind of eldritch.
It certainly looks like a chicken, like before you cook it.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, Beowulf is absolutely correct that it does look somewhat phallic,
Yeah, a little.
which is one of the things that makes people really uncomfortable about it. Especially the way that it, like, dangles down and drips white fluid all over the floor.
Especially the fact that it does that while there's no fucking music.
Oh, yeah. I think that's a really effective horror touch.
That was...
Like, it's a good...
That was actually an error in the game that Kazu was introduced in. They were like, no, that works way better.
Yeah.
We're going to keep
especially because
that
it means that you can hear its cry
game.
from across across the map.
Yeah.
Aftons has pointed out that Kezu is in fact a featherless biped, therefore a man.
Oh, classic.
Apparently Kezu doesn't bleed when you hit it.
I don't know how I feel about that.
But it does have like a load of veins all over its surface that become engorged with blood.
Yeah, that's usually how you tell if a part's broken or not, by how engorged the veins are.
But it's also how when you break parts, I think. Or no, sorry, you said when.
Yeah,
Brain no work. What I mean is, like, when it gets angry, it turns all bloody.
Oh, huh.
I think. We can go and fight Kezu and find out. If you want.
I mean, once we beat this friend, we'll be able to get me into high rank, so... If there's a high rank Kezu immediately available, then sure.
Almost certainly. I mean, if not, there's probably a event quest that allows it. I finished my tea already. I don't want to go and make another cup.
Already?
Yeah, well, to be fair, I made it like... Yeah, but I made it like 45 minutes ago.
Ah.
And I only made one cup.
Ah.
Rather than the whole pot.
That door.
Come on.
Oh, I should have tried bringing that all the way up here.
Beowulf says no tea is better than green tea. Now you could that could be taken two different ways. It either means you think green tea is so bad that you would rather have no tea at all than have it, or green tea is the best tea that there is, and there is no tea that is better than green tea. So I think either way you're probably right, Beowulf, because, it's all opinion. I like lots of different things. I'm new to green tea, but I think I quite like it.
I'm kind of mixed on green tea, personally. It can be good, but I'd much rather have some Earl Grey.
That's fair. That's a good choice.
Though...
I only recently got into fruit teas. I used to be very disparaging of them, because I was one of those sorts of people that, like, oh, it's only tea if it's made with tea leaves. I'm not going to drink, like, hot fruit squash. And then I realized that, no, actually, hot fruit squash is really nice, so...
So, I actually drink a lot of Lipton pre-made tea that you're meant to, like, keep cool.
Oh, yeah.
It comes in little bottles.
You have like, chilled tea in America.
Yeah, and that has a lot of fruity flavors to it. And
I remember one of my friends at school used to love this stuff. Like, he would end up with, like, a hoard of empty bottles of, like, the peach and lemon flavors.
Oh, hey, I like peach and mango. Oh, he already landed.
I
Come
was
down here,
looking
you
into,
bastard!
I was looking into G Fuel actually. Like, I've seen a lot of YouTubers be sponsored by it, and I was like, oh yeah, no, that sound like a lot of these flavors sound really tasty. But I was wondering, do you think you could drink them hot?
I doubt that would be particularly tasty, considering what G Fuel is.
Yeah.
Which is to say, a glorified energy drink, from what I've seen.
Yeah. I think I'll probably just stick to green tea, to be honest. It has probably just as much caffeine and more flavor. Drink it hot. I like drinking hot things. Did you know? Here's a fun fact for you. Here's a fun fact. Before tea was introduced to Britain, people did used to just drink hot water. Like, it's almost like there was a subconscious knowledge that there would be this drink that was such an integral part of their culture. They were like, yeah, we'll just have a time of day where we drink cups of hot water.
That is silly.
Right, where we go? Where go we?
Area 4, I believe.
I'm just gonna fast travel back to the main camp. There we go.
Rock lizard! Give me the armor sphere.
Rock lobster. Tsukuyomi. Maybe I should have brought a dog with me.
Having a potential heal buddy is also nice.
Yeah. But you can make a heal dog.
Oh yeah, you can.
You can just give it the heal scroll.
I don't know, I feel like Palicos are more efficient in the skill that they're dedicated to in exchange for Palamutes being incredibly versatile.
Well, yeah, but also Palicos like do one thing, and Palamutes are much more focused on actually fighting the monster for you or with you. Right, I'm losing frames like mad right now, and I don't know what's causing it. So I'm going to, after this hunt, I'm going to have to investigate that. It's probably something, something on my computer. I might have to run a virus scan, or maybe I've been infected by malware.
I always mix up which is the move Silkbind ability and which is the attack Silkbind ability.
I think it's usually X is attack, A is move.
Except it's different between bow or heavy bow gun and.
Oh yeah, well that's because you use the R button rather than ZL.
Well, no, it's the face button.
Oh.
And like Charge Blade, I think Charge Blade uses a different one than HBG and Dual Blades.
I'm turning down my game audio. This is actually pretty loud.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. It's not you. Game audio, not Diana audio. You're just fine. You're the perfect volume.
Aw, you're too sweet. Dang it! Oh, you bitch! Come back here.
I miss not being able to block with a switch axe. Like, I saw that attack coming, and I was like, I'm not getting out of the way of this. I really wish I could just tank some of the damage. I'm gonna eat a gourmet fish. Munch. Munch, munch, crunch.
And, yeah, High King Beowulf, low. Or Snom, I guess. Wait, are you the Stomp from Tumblr?
The Snom?
From the Tumblr.com? Yes, I know Snom is a Pokemon. It's just There's
a very famous, very wholesome Tumblr.
Yeah, there's a very, very popular and wholesome Tumblr user on, on Tumblr, obviously, who goes around in character as Snom and is very wholesome and very,
Supportive.
just the best. And very encouraging of people and was, openly pro-trans and shit. Oh, I think my headset died.
No!
Yep, my headset died.
Well, that means I can tell all sorts of
All
lies
right.
about Diana. I can gossip about her behind her back.
Where did I put
She'll
the
never
cord for
know.
that bastard?
I'll go and hunt the monster while she's... The thing is, I could gossip about her behind her back, but, at the same time, I don't really want to, because she's a good friend of mine. And also, I'm very unimaginative when it comes to telling lies. Bonk. Probably could have left it asleep, actually, while she was...
Putting the cord into the headset while I'm wearing it is annoying. There we go, I can hear now.
Hello!
Ah, I live again!
It's alive! See, that's a reference to various adaptations of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Yes, very clever. Cleverman.
Thank you. Cleverman.
It always cracks me up when I just carve an entire Remobra head.
Yeah. And amazingly, without taking the head off the current Remobra.
I mean, they do eat each other, so...
Oh yeah, it could be... Excuse me. It could be in the gut.
Yeah, it could be an undigested one from a previous meal. God, that's so gross.
Do you know about the black swallower?
I beg your pardon?
The black swallower. It's a sort of fish. It's one of those, you know how the deeper in the ocean you get the weirder things look?
Yeah,
The black swallower has the black swallower has a flexible membrane on its stomach, which means it can swallow prey larger than itself. And you will often find
Yeah.
and you'll often find black swallowers that have died from swallowing something too big and not being able to digest it quickly enough.
That scans.
It just yeah.
Fish are stupid.
What am I doing? Fish are stupid.
You're checking what's causing the frames.
Oh yeah, I was doing that. Okay, let's open up Task Manager.
A large horde of
Let's send out
rampaging
the
monsters threatening the village. Yay! Wait.
Large horde of monsters burninating the countryside.
Yeah! Time to get serious. I moved my hair out of my eye.
Dangerous.
Because now
I can't
I'm
see on mine.
serious move. Oh.
I was looking at the Fugitech thing that we got set up, the reactive image, and I was like, "What? Your avatar hasn't changed?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah."
Oh, whoops.
Right. So apparently, System Interrupts is using 100% of my CPU currently. Excuse me? Huh? What? Explain? I guess I can close this. Close this. I have a piece of software on my computer that does reduce the amount of blue light after a certain time. And I just switched that off, and it's all those memes about people switching to light mode after using dark mode.
Oh god.
And it was basically that.
Oh,
the thing is,
poor dear.
I use light mode for most things because I find it much easier to read black on white than white on black.
Really? I've read studies that for most people it's the other way around, but alright.
Well, it looks If I'm trying to read white on black, it tends to like look blurry.
All right. Fair is fair.
All right, VTube Studio is using a decent amount, but that's something I will allow. Why is system? What is? Elaborate, please. Explain what you were doing.
Delete
Service
system.
host. Yeah, I'll delete system 32. That'll make my computer run faster. Yeah, 100% of my CPU is accounted for,
Weird.
but like only 50% of that is actually my the stuff that I need for streaming. I've got two things here running called OBS browser page, and I think that's just going to be the Stream Elements chat integration stuff. So I could, if I close that, is that going to free up some CPU? OBS browser page. Okay. End task. Right. Hello. Been promising. Right. I'm now down to 98% CPU. Desktop window manager. The thing is, I've got a lot of these like system processes that are taking up a fair amount of CPU, but I don't know what they're doing, you know? Like, I certainly don't want to delete them. I can get rid of the tablet service, I suppose. I don't have my tablet plugged in. But it should be Maisie's tab. Yeah. God, there's so many things open. A lot of these things look like they're you boot them up and then they continue running in the background, even after you close them down, which I hate. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Close Dropbox, I guess. That's going to be using some stuff. Not closing my antivirus.
I should hope not.
Okay, Dropbox might be... That frees them up. I've got Xbox gaming services running, apparently, which is not something I need.
Yeah, I don't imagine that being super necessary.
Right, okay. I've managed to free up, like, 10% CPU. Let's see if that improves the stuff, the stoof. Alright, do you want to go and fight a Kezu? I do need to
fight an Arzuros first.
Oh, is it the Blapex one?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I actually really do like the raids on this. I think it's a ton of fun. Like, it's a nice change of pace, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just getting my chat up on my phone. No thanks. Don't update. I just want to... Just let me... My channel. Stream manager. Come on, please. Thank you. There we go. Okay. I got the chat open. Right. What is Apex Arzuros weak to? And is it even relevant? Because it's like we're going to be doing most of our damage with ballistas and cannons and stuff. Like, there must be a build for rampages, right? There must be like some... I don't know.
Arzuros. Hate fire.
Azuros hate fire. Well, I'm going to bring paralysis because
Fair.
I'm not going to be using my weapons too much anyway.
Yeah.
But Harvester, Hurler. I will take Hurler. I will take Booster, and I will take.
Oh.
Lauren
Lauren!
has been supporting the library for 7 months.
We got Lauren.
Umu.
Hello, Lauren.
She has resubscribed.
Away.
It's a cutie. Is that Artie? Yeah, that's artsy. Cute. Artsy Pog. Artsy is adorable. If not extremely lewd.
Oh, she just resubscribed to me too. Hey,
Yeah.
thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, Lauren. We're glad to have you here. You see, she's not playing favorites. Ah, I'm back.
Don't die. Dying is illegal.
Okay. Thank you for the warning.
Sorry, that's just a little joke around the library. Damn it. I go out of character once and I start slipping up on stream.
Yep. Dying is almost as illegal as returning your books late. We have a late fee fine, and if you damage any of the books, and if you die, you get fined.
I mean, I guess the second floor of the library kind of works as an apartment. In that I still have a landlady who I need to pay. Living on a plot of land ain't free, even if you are living in a library.
Dying is illegal, enforceable by unlife in prison.
Nice.
Very good. Very clever. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, let's bounce.
Oh, I went too long without grabbing that drink. And I chugged half of my water bottle in one go. Oof. Ooh, easy dust of life.
Let's do this, everyone!
Alright. You take the lead. This is your quest after all. I was just about to charge in, like, set everything up like I normally do, and then I remembered, oh wait, I'm not by myself.
Not by myself.
Did I tell you that I I ordered some extra buttons for my PS4 controller?
Oh?
Yeah, so there's I was waiting for you. I was leaving that hanging until you bit the hook. Yeah, basically I've been playing. So being tall is hard, right? It's
Yeah.
maintaining good posture is really difficult.
Oh, yeah.
And my chair and desk are not currently sized adequately for me. So I was playing a bunch of Risk of Rain 2 and other games, but Risk of Rain is the one that I'll focus on. I was playing a bunch of those games and on mouse and keyboard, and it was just really painful. It was just really sore because like I was holding my body in an unnatural position. So I started using a controller for most PC games, and it doesn't seem to have affected my like productivity or efficiency or anything.
That's good.
So that's good. But okay, we've got a flying one to start with.
I'll do my part.
But the problem is there are a lot of games where it asks you to like use the face buttons and the right analog stick at the same time, which is not easy. I shouldn't have to tell you. It is quite tricky. So I
Wow,
found
we're
out
leveling up
that-
real quick.
yeah, well, we're just good at this game. I found out that there's like an official attack, like the PS4 controller, and like I think the Xbox equivalents have special like ports on them, like not the USB charging port, but like other ports for adding attachments.
Wow.
And there's some official attachments, which is add 2 buttons on the back. So like, rather than basically, I'm just going to remap one of them to jump, so that I can play Artificer in Risk of Rain 2 without having to worry about like taking my finger off the thumbstick.
Well, right on. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. I was also looking at like ergonomic split keyboards, but that is like, oh boy, there's like a real subculture around people who are into their keyboards, and that is down that way madness lies.
Oh
People
yeah.
talking about like mechanical keyboards and like getting custom key caps and like special modular or like split designs or something like that. It's just crazy, you know.
I
The
think a
lengths that
split
people are going
design
to
would
go
be
to.
cool, but I don't. That's my only opinion on it. It's like I have my arms at 90-degree angles.
Yeah, it does make you feel like an anime hacker from a 90s film, doesn't it?
Kinda.
But like the main thing that appeals to me about that is that it again, being tall, I have having my hands close together. Bless you.
Thank you.
Having my hands close together while typing is hard for me, you know?
yeah,
so
that's
I need
also part of it.
Spread out. I'm switching back to cannon. Oh, the counter signal's been fired. Are you boots on the ground?
I'm on the ground now, but I'm not the one who fired the signal.
No, I know, but like,
Whoa!
stronghold, level up.
Fugan let out hell just now. Holy shit!
I mean, there's a lot of those things. There's a reason that
they're only one use.
yeah. Oh, yeah, Afton's is saying they're like sneakerheads, like, you know. And the thing, I always talk about this sort of thing. It's like, in the more you learn about something, the easier it is to like get bogged down in the details.
Yeah.
Like I always compare it to wine tasting, you know. Like I have no idea about wine. I could tell a white from a red, but that's pretty much it. But
I probably couldn't even manage that much.
but like that is the extent of my knowledge. Other people, you know, they can talk about like the vineyard that the grapes are from. They can talk about the time in which it was harvested, how acidic the soil was, or whatever. And like a lot of it is probably bluster.
Yeah, I'm willing to place money on it being bluster for like fucking soil acidity.
I mean, I might be misrepresenting.
Oh no,
that sort of thing.
I'm sure that there are genuinely people who are like, ah, yes, the soil had this pH.
Yeah, or like, I can tell it was a cold winter just before the frost. Yeah, but I think like a lot of the people who are really into mechanical keyboards are that sort of thing. Because like they'll talk about, I mean, even just people who are like, I use the Dvorak layout rather than the QWERTY layout, and it's like, I mean, I am one of those. I am one of those people who drinks cheap wine from the corner shop. You know, like I don't, I don't care that much. But you know, like more power to them if they find something that they're passionate about. You know.
Yeah.
The only time I really object to it is when they start being really snobbish about it and they're trying to tell people that, you know, your way is wrong.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
you get a lot in wine snobs. I'm not sure you get that so much in mechanical keyboard circles, but there probably are people who are very elitist about it. But yeah, like just, you know, do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
If it makes you happy and it's not hurting anyone and it's not illegal, then go for it. And
Go. Sorry. I knew you were going to say go for it, and so my brain instantly auto-completed to the opening for Resha Sentai Tokyoger. Which starts with an exclamation of, go for it!
Is that a Tokusatsu series?
Yes, it is a Super Sentai series that hasn't been adapted into Power Rangers yet.
I see.
And might not
You
be
see,
for
the
all
thing
I
is,
know.
So, do you know about the berries and cream dance?
The what?
Yeah, okay, I didn't think so. So Maisie, because she is of a different generation, and it feels awful to say that because like it makes me feel old. But like she is, I'm a millennial. She's a Generation Z.
Zoomer.
Oh yeah, she's a Zoomer. She's like, I think she identifies as a cusper. Like she's right on the cusp of millennial and Generation Z. So she feels like displaced, out of place with both, which is not great.
I can get that. Oh, I'll let you have this one if you want. Oh, there's a Kazu.
Yeah.
Oh, when they're good.
That's why I was.
When did Kazu?
So now we can get a good look at it and examine all of the veins. And it doesn't look like it's bleed. No, it does bleed. It does bleed. Yeah, anyway, so Maisie is very much on TikTok, whereas I am one of those people that is of the opinion that if a TikTok is good enough, it will escape quarantine and reach another different platform.
Yes.
Like, I have no desire to go on TikTok. Even though, like, a lot of VTubers say that it's a really good place to make content and stuff. So, yeah, I cannot believe I actually paralyzed this guy. That's Defender Cannon. So anyway, there was a TikTok trend about an old advert for Starburst sweets, where there's like a little Victorian lad, and he says, "When I was a little lad, whenever I wanted berries and cream, Mummy made me do the little lad dance. Mummy's gone now, but I still like to do the dance." And in that video, he has a line which is like, "Up the octave, go for it." So, "go for it" is the is that for me. Or alternatively, I think it's Beautiful Joe, where it's like at the beginning of each level it says,
"Just go for it." Yeah. Now you're talking my language.
Yeah, okay. So that's an affectionate parody of Super Sentai shows.
Actually, that one's an affectionate parody of Kamen Rider. The next similar show game, Wonderful 101, that was a parody of Super Sentai.
They're both Hideki Kamiya, aren't they?
Yes, absolutely yes.
Okay. Eh, Roggy's here.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah, so... Yeah, okay, so Hideki Kamiya is very much your sort of person.
Yeah.
He also did Bayonetta and Devil May Cry, didn't he?
I believe so, yes. Or I might be mixing people up.
And God Hand? Was God Hand somebody? I forget. There's a lot of very stylish people out there in the Japanese games industry.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, so Beautiful Joe is very much your sort of game.
Oh, yeah. I adored that series even before I was, like, super knowledgeable about Kamen Rider. Like, even when it was just this thing on my periphery that looks super awesome.
I saw trailers for it all the time, but like I never actually got it myself. I did think it was neat that like it was a GameCube exclusive, but then they made it not a GameCube exclusive, so swings and roundabouts, I guess. I'm gonna make a quick retreat. I need to drink. I need to sippy.
Oh, I shouldn't have removed that. Not at that time. Mom!
Oh. Yeah. You should do those games on stream. Like,
Oh, I would if I had a GameCube.
I've got a spare Wii, if you want to borrow it. Oh, but I've got a PAL Wii, not an NTSC. So it would be. I mean, I also have. I think it would just be easier to like find a piece of hardware where you are. I'm gonna install a machine gun
Okay.
over here. Okay. And I'm also gonna swap some of these out for. Wait, this is the Arzuros, isn't it? Where it just like appears and flattens thing.
Shit, is it? Oh.
I don't think it appears right away, but it certainly does. This isn't our last stand. We do get to go back to the. Oh, we
Yeah,
get to retreat
there's
to
an area 2.
So that's going to be all right. But yeah.
But the fact that they've wrecked this much shop already without the Arzuros is a little...
It would be nice if you could like rebuild barricades, you know? Even if they weren't like as big as they used to be.
Yeah, rebuild them with a little less help than their starting amount, but like not like just non-existent.
Yeah. But then again, like blue monsters, gatecrasher monsters. I forget what they're called.
I think
Gates
just gate crashers.
Hamon, our defense. Hamon is telling me our defenses need you, but I'm like, okay, could you be more constructive with your feedback? Right. We don't have any flying ones to start with.
There are bombs at the
Which is good.
entrance. Heck you, Sammy. Oh, there's a bomb right here.
Yeah, I laid some stuff down. Sorry.
No,
Sorry
it's
for confusing
good.
you.
It's good planning. God, titsing shit ass.
Okay, so the machine gun does not have as long a range as I was hoping. I'm just gonna get in there. I gotta get in there.
Ah, damn it, that's an automatic installation.
Oh no!
Crap!
The gate was destroyed. Huh? Are we just gonna go move over to area 2 now?
Oh, yep.
Okay. Abandon ship.
Abandon shit. Abandon all
No
shit.
shit.
I know, I'm being a goof.
It's Rodan. It's Gates of Hell, isn't it? Abandon all shit, ye who enter here. Right, I'm gonna Daka from here.
Damn. Oh, you are adorable.
It's not my joke. It's from Team Fortress. The heavy sometimes starts singing the saber dance. Here it comes.
That just fell all on its own.
Yep. Because the Apex Argyros is. Oh, I forgot about this.
Oh god! It's pink! Ponk!
Right. I'm gonna set up as many auto things as I can by the gate here, and then I'm coming to
Mop!
Tsukuyomi no!
Holy shit, titsing ass!
Yeah, this thing is tough. Don't worry, we got plenty of lives left. So,
Oh hey, someone actually remembered the exclamation mark mop.
have you got that set up as a thing?
Yep, it counts how many times this stream I've done it.
We got Master Atsushi.
Utsushi!
That's good. I'm gonna place him here.
Good idea, that's close to the Arzuros. Well, I can't figure out how to get it set up for all time with stream elements, Sammy, so yeah.
Somebody just has to get like a little book, a little ledger. The
Mop?
mop book.
Damn it!
The book of mop.
Wait, there was a mountable monster? I legitimately
Almost
did not...
mountable. If you're determined enough.
Well, no, there was...
I'm sorry.
According to Sammy, there was one that was actively able to be mounted. Oh crap.
I'm
Oh!
gonna try and proc my paralysis.
According to Sammy, the Apexes can't be mounted.
There we go. Not with that attitude. Okay, the counter signal is worn off. I'm gonna set up a dragon bait. Where's the Dragonator in this area?
Not sure.
I think it's on this side.
Yerp.
Nerp?
Yerp is for almost mops.
I didn't realize there was an order of precedence. We've got a Yomogi. Where's it gone?
It's over here. Oh crap. Oh god, I'm so low on durability.
Let me distract it. Counter signal. Okay, I'm heading back into the fray. Well, every moment that it spends fighting us is a moment it's not attacking the gate. Nope.
You had to chance
jinxed
it. Yeah. Here. There's a spot right here. What? Where's... There's Yomogi.
She just attacks with a massive cannon, doesn't she?
Yup.
It's a good thing that nobody actually dies in Monster Hunter games, you know? Like, ever.
Yeah.
She sounds like she's having so much fun.
Yeah. And I don't know, Sammy, do you hear Goku?
I don't know what Goku sounds like, so...
He's had like 37 different voice actors or some ridiculous bullshit. That's probably an extreme exaggeration, but...
And there are also like 10 different versions of Goku, depending on which timeline you're in.
Kind of.
I never watched any of Dragon Ball, so I don't know.
Yes, obviously English Goku, Sammy. I have the audio on English. You goofus. But there's been like 5 or 10 different English Gokus alone.
Oh, another batch of monsters has appeared.
What?
I thought we were on the last guy. I thought we just had to deal with the Apex.
We did! I'm 90% certain of that.
Yeah.
Ah!
These guys are like no trouble compared to the Apex. We've used up all of our trump cards, haven't we? We've used up Yomogi and Utsushi and Fugen and Minoto and Hinoa.
Sammy, you did the possessive, not the plural.
If it's supposed to be a possessive, it's just ITS.
Well, no, she did
that the one?
apexes. But possessive
Ah.
apexes instead of plural apexes.
The plural of apex is apices.
I beg your... What?
Because it comes from the Greek. If you have a word ending in an X, it's like index and indices.
I've never heard...
It's
Either.
Latin, not Greek, sorry. You've never heard somebody talk about indices?
No, I've only heard people say indexes.
Well, as a verb, yeah. But like the plural of index, indices. Well, like I'm trying to think of other words that end in X.
It's blue!
Right, I'm drugging.
Shit!
I'm going to use performance enhancing substances. Just call me topical sportsman reference.
That's even funnier than you actually making a topical sportsman reference.
Yeah, well, yeah. Like the comedy is like, you know, I want to make a joke, but know so little about the topic. You know.
Yeah. Yeah!
Ugh, right. Let's carve it up.
Oh,
it
it's
up.
just giving regular high rank Arzuros parts.
Well, yeah, because I don't think Apex monsters actually have like their own stuff. I think you only fight them in this game in rampages.
That was true at launch, but since then all Apex monsters have been added as event quests.
Ah.
So now you can just fight a solo Apex Arzuros whenever you want.
Great. My fondest wish
Oh,
has finally
this
been...
is the thing that would have helped us.
Oh, the power kilns. Oh no, I used that thing right as the thing appeared. It did like 12,000 damage.
But it was ready again, but at some point.
Yeah.
Oh well. C'est la vie.
Okay. I got 7 of the things. Look at all these defender tickets.
Meanwhile, I'm on a cutscene.
I'll just take all these. Is it the really cute one where Iori and Yomogi are like, we want to help defend the village too, but we can't fight?
I think that one's just in single player.
Oh, right.
What's that?
Right, I'm actually going to disappear right quick. I will be back in a couple of seconds. I just need to fill up my water. I'll see you soon.
You know a confirmed lesbian.
Alone. Searching. That monster's thoughts.
I wonder if Buck heard that. It would be hilarious if he did. S rank! Yay! Oh god, no. What question? Really? Oh, no, come on. Two beast gems. Rad. Like, they're obviously capable of live birth. Otherwise, they wouldn't be capable of crossbreeding with humans like they have been shown to be able to do. If they gave birth, like, if they did oviposition, it would be, I imagine at least, too physiologically different from humans.
I forgot to unmute myself on Discord. Hey,
Hey.
I came back to some weird context. I just heard you talking about overposition. Were you talking about Wyverians?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we're in high rank now. Which I mean, you're in high rank. I've been here for a while. Yeah. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
In there?
What do I feel like playing? I think, well, I'll see what the next quests are.
Stay out of trouble.
Oh no.
You alright?
Yeah, no, just a request from IMA.
I think I've done these quest requests.
The Gargweg one.
Gargwegs. It's probably you probably don't need to do it if you're not planning on using hammers.
It's still fun to get all the unlockable stuff unlocked.
It is. It is. Do I have the egg hammer? I do not. I still need more Gargoyle feathers. It's pretty strong. 200 base power, 3 level 1 slots, but it has minus 30% affinity, which is not great. Now, I have some good news for you. There is a high rank Kezu quest.
Oh no.
But only if you wanna. I'm not gonna. We had a look at the Kezu already, so we don't need to do that.
Power Charm and Armor Charm finally available for me.
Yo-ho!
Wahoo!
Yippee! in the words of Anakin Skywalker, yippee!
It upsets me that that's not inaccurate.
I keep wanting to say Haley Joel Osment, but he wasn't. That wasn't him, was it?
No, he didn't play the role until 2 and 3.
No, that's Hayden Christensen.
Wait, what? Oh,
Haley
right.
Joel Osment was the kid
Right.
in like every film that had a kid. He was the kid in The Sixth Sense and AI and a bunch of other things. He was a really prolific child actor.
Yeah, okay. I absolutely. I'm bad with real people names.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Names are one of my weakest things.
Yeah, it took me forever to remember that a friend I knew in school was named Tyler. Just simple as that. Just Tyler.
So you know I volunteer at this museum.
Yeah.
I have to reintroduce myself to other volunteers every single time because I have no memory of who I've interacted with before and who I haven't. I know that's awful. You know, it's just
Yeah,
but-
I get it.
I'm trying. I am
Oh.
trying.
Communication error! No!
Rip. Well, the lobby's still open with the same thing. I was wondering when that would happen. So I think I'm going to swap an umbrella for a parasol.
Boy, that is a thing to say without context.
So there's the Rainy Jelly dual blades,
Yes.
but then there's the Ninja Parasol greatsword.
Yeah, I figured it was something like that.
Let's see if I can get an umbrella for my Palico. I forgot the Tetranodon Palico thing is just like a water pistol.
Yeah. I always
Has
love
his
when they do
range.
ranged weapons for buddy weapons. Cause
They just bonk you with.
Yeah, because they're never used as ranged weapons. Ooh. I was trying to do a song, but I couldn't. Remember how the intonations went? I got me my
That one?
first rampage weapons. Like the super fancy, like, oh, something super awesome. Just like, I'm kind of in love with this thing type.
I was singing the Halo theme.
No, no. I got my first rampage weapon. And I probably shouldn't have picked this particular one, because I've been trying to avoid sticking with a weapon type that I usually use. But, like, I can't not. I'll see if I can get the hunting horn as well to offset.
So I have good news for you.
I can't get the hunting horn as well.
I have
What's the
good news for you. I have managed to buy 2 umbrellas for my cats.
Yay!
Unfortunately, they aren't high ranks. They're strictly worse than the weapons I had equipped previously, but they are thematic. And in the end,
I mean, you can get them as layered armor once we get high enough ranked.
probably. I don't know. I never got that far on my main.
I've read a little bit into how obtaining layered armor works, and there's just some quests in the game that require you to be HR 8 or above, and just give you layered armor tickets. And if you've got the parts for the specific layered armor you want on top of the tickets, then bada boom, bada bing, you can make the layered armor.
Bait they bing, bait they bomb.
I didn't read if it was applicable to buddy armor, but I would assume.
Well, we'll see. We'll find out together. All right. Well, I'll just wait for you to show back up then. In the meantime, I'm going to see what gestures there are at the... Oh, he doesn't get to like fall completely face first onto the table. Oh, I've just seen Aftons has redeemed bad joke. When did that happen? Sorry, I'm. Oh, it was just now. Okay, cool. Bad joke. 3 logicians walk into a bar. That is logicians, not magicians. And the bartender says, "Does everybody want a drink?" And the first logician says, I don't know." And the second logician says, I don't know." And the third logician says, "Yes." So there's your bad joke. I should get like a little candle after thing that I can play at the press.
Oh, that would be so good. I love Candle
Just
After. As long as it's not small children Candle After. There's something upsetting about Candle After of small kids.
It's because they're all dead by now.
What?
Do you, don't you know that joke where it's like, whenever you hear canned laughter, all of those people are dead because they recorded the sound clips for canned laughter in like the 1960s, 70s. So yeah, and I don't know. The children whose laughter you're hearing they're probably not children anymore. They're probably like 60 or 70. Diana, where are you?
I'm talking to Minoto.
How can I help you?
She the town one?
No. She's the hub one.
Okay. Well, I was just waiting for you to come to join my lobby again.
Oh, right! I'm a derp! Oh, I've accidentally been skipping your request. I thought... Christ, how many things do you have to talk to me about, Yomogi?
I think she only has 2.
Okay, 2 things, and also... Hey, we got better dongo now. Ding a ding ding
Yep.
ding dong da ding.
I didn't know you were the crazy frog.
That wasn't what I was attempting.
No, I presume not.
There we go.
There she is. So you know when Hojo grabs pieces of paper and like paints pictures out of his
Yeah.
bag? I think they're all pictures of Rathalos. But I can't quite tell. He does it very quickly.
I've been waiting for
Are you wearing cat ears and a tail?
Yes.
Which quest would you like?
Is that the DLC stuff?
Maybe.
Come on, Hojo. Paint some more pictures. I want to see.
Let's do some easy high rank.
I wish you luck.
I like the sound of that. Dango tutti. 20 Itsuchi or 20 Baggy?
Or a mixture of the two.
Yes. Oh yeah, I should probably eat something.
To go.
Sometimes I hate how my brain wanders.
Okay, so what you're going to do now is you're going to tell me what you're currently thinking about, and I have to try and guess how you got there from what we were talking about previously.
I'm thinking about a specific bit from the Star Trek original series pilot. Specifically, the God, the part where Spock randomly exclaims, "The women!"
The women. Okay. So we're talking about 20 Baggy and Izuchi. 20 of something else? 20 slaying, killing them all, not just the men, but the women and children too. The Star Wars bit? The women? Is that it? Am I close?
I saw the time and was like, shit, it's already been almost an hour and a half. Toga's not gonna like if I go too long without a break. And somehow the word shit just mutated into the women in my head, just out of nowhere.
Honestly, like, it's a pretty good just exclamation of surprise and dismay. You know?
What, the women?
The women, yeah. It reminds me of. Did you ever watch Recess?
I saw more than
the
a handful of
Disney-
episodes.
I remember that there was an episode where they invented a word that they could use in place of swear words because they were getting in trouble for swearing. But then they got in trouble for that because the principal decided, oh, they're clearly the intent is to swear, even if they're not actually using a word, they're still So yeah. Tim is just running around in circles. What are you doing, Tim? Tim, you're making me dizzy. Tim? Tim.
That just
Tim?
one of the cats you had pre-named.
Yeah. I don't bother renaming animals. I named my my first one of each. They're called Chip and Kipper.
Aw.
But I haven't renamed any of the other ones.
Yeah, I don't tend to rename the ones I get from Enordi either.
The stock.
Yes, the stock.
Right. Where am I going? Where am I going?
Look on the mini-map, there are white circles with red outlines, and those are where the monsters are.
Yeah, I was just thinking more philosophically.
Ah, well, that's fair.
Like, where is any of us going? There's some in this cave
Yep.
with a box of scraps. There's a timely reference for you. Bonk. Bonk.
Of course, the ones I was headed towards suddenly have a large monster near them, so I'm not particularly keen on fighting them there, and the ones that I was avoiding because there was a large monster near them no longer have a large monster near them.
Funny how things happen, isn't it?
Yeah. Excuse me.
I am very fond of the big numbers that appear when I use a greatsword. Makes me feel like I'm actually accomplishing something.
Meanwhile, I like the large amount of numbers that I see when using DB.
DB.
DBD.
Yep.
Now available to own on video and DBD.
On DBD.
DBDBD.
Digital versatile disc.
Is that what DVD stands for?
Yeah. Digital versatile disc. What do you think it stood for?
I don't know.
Well done. Come on, Diana. You're a librarian. You should know what letters stand for.
I mean, I do in some cases where it's really not that important that I do.
I just got a Steam notification that one of my friends is playing Dead by Daylight.
Oh,
What a happy
hey.
coincidence. Coming soon to own on video.
And Dead by
And-
Daylight.
And wax phonograph cylinder.
Wow. That's... I've even never heard of that.
Have you not? Haven't you read Dracula? And honestly, the only time that I'd actually heard of phonograph cylinders. Like it's what they use for like dictaphones before magnetic tape. I think there was probably something in the interim, but it was wax cylinders to start with.
Well, that's neat.
There's a website you might like called the Museum of Obsolete Media.
That
Which
sounds
is just-
right up my alley.
Yeah, it's basically exactly what it sounds like. Like just every single obsolete format you could think of. They talk about things like hit clips, and I think there's something called like Now Tunes, like all of these like little weird little tiny gimmicky toy things,
God.
as well as old video game formats and things that never took off, like
Like Beta.
well, the thing is, Betamax was actually quite popular in some markets, I think.
Oh,
But-
I wasn't aware of that.
I know for a fact, like a lot of Americans are very dismissive of mini discs, because like no, they didn't sell very well in the States.
What,
But
like
in Europe,
small CDs?
no mini discs. They were like they were small CDs, but they were also like housed in a little plastic housing.
Oh.
Like, you know the disc that you get in Metal Gear Solid, the first one,
I've never
or like
played.
any of those
I've
any of
only
those like
played
old
3.
games. Well, you played the best one, so I guess I'll forgive you. But yeah, like they're optical discs. I guess like a PSP.
Oh,
UMD,
yeah, okay.
kind of like those.
Yeah.
But they were mainly just for music. But yeah, the thing is, mini discs were huge in the UK and Europe, but a lot of Americans are very dismissive of them because the fad didn't take off over there. Because like they kind of came at the wrong time, I think. Like in America, everybody was still using CDs, and then suddenly MP3s happened.
Yeah.
But yeah. There's also a couple of YouTube channels I'll send you links to, but like I talk about all these sorts of things like different storage media.
Fucking Akuma ass completion pose.
Sorry?
The completion pose where you just turn your back to the camera with your arms crossed. Looks like Akuma from Street Fighter.
Street Fighter?
Yeah.
Well, there's a sale going on. Trying to enter the lottery and see if I can win a doodad,
A zippity whiz bang.
a tchotchke.
Oh, that term is so charming to me, and I have no idea why.
A widget, a thingamabob, a thingamajig, a whatchamacallit.
Now you're just trying to be Ariel from The Little Mermaid.
You want thingamabobs? I got plenty. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. Yeah. I want to go where the people are. I forget the words. I do really like Little Mermaid though. It's a very good film.
If mini discs were huge in the UK, wouldn't that just make them be regular discs?
Yeah. You could steal an MP3, but you wouldn't. You wouldn't steal a car, would you? You wouldn't steal a handbag.
You wouldn't download your mother's grave.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't duplicate a Kestrel.
Ooh, new pedal laces.
Ooh, thank you for the 9 months of Prime subscription, Jake with 2Js. Afton says, I would 1000% download a car. Yeah. Do you know about the...
Downloading car.exe from Idleby.
Yeah.
Who I believe is one of Dream's many Twitch accounts. I could be mistaken.
I mean, you could download car.stl and then 3D print it.
That's true. I forgot you've
Like-
got a 3D printer coming in, don't you?
Yeah, it's set up at one of my friend's places.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I had so many ideas of like monsters I wanted to print for D&D games, and as soon as the thing arrived, I forgot all of them. I'm like, it's like the noise, just the noise of dial-up internet.
We have a normal number of Twitch accounts. So that's a yes, because I'm not sure if it's my place to say, but the use of we kind of implies it. Dream is not the only one inhabiting that head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plurality. It's neat and interesting.
It is
and-
interesting
Yeah.
and very poorly understood by modern psychology.
Oh yeah. Do not bring up Moon Knight around them.
So, Maisie
I
is
honestly-
at university for psychology at the moment. My dad, my late grandfather, he was very much of his time, which is a very charitable way of saying incredibly closed-minded and stubborn.
Yeah.
But he was a GP, and he was very much about like empirical scientific stuff, which meant that like he had a very dim view of psychology.
Yeah, I've heard of a lot of folks making like less than optimal observations that aren't entirely based on anything about psychology. Like
Yeah, I mean a lot of the case studies that Maisie has done have been about like, here is something that we took for granted in psychology for the longest time, and here's why it's flawed. Like Stockholm syndrome.
yeah, that from what I've heard, that was completely made up to discredit a
Pretty
woman
much.
who
Yeah,
was
basically there was a woman who didn't there was a psychologist who was a quack, and there was a woman who did not trust him to make the right decisions, and the police in Stockholm were making some very bad decisions.
yeah, and
All of the
she was
hostages
being,
were basically
she was being held hostage.
she was being incredibly rational, and then this psychologist was like, I don't want a woman telling me what to do, so clearly she's hysterical. So yeah, fun. But like the field is moving forward in leaps and bounds. Like I don't know if I told you that I studied psychology at A level, which would have been what 10 years ago or something. Yeah, like 10 or 11 years ago. And even in the time that between me finishing that and Maisie starting university, so much has changed. Like, she'll often like talk about something, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's like this thing that I studied," and she's like, "Yeah, that thing is really outdated now and very incorrect." I'm like, "Oh, okay," which is heartening, you know. Like it's encouraging to know that we're wrong about things
Yeah.
and that
And that
science
people
keeps moving
know
forward.
better now.
Yeah, in most cases.
In most cases, yes.
Yes,
Like-
and that's where I will leave that statement to hang. Yes,
Okay.
Hojo is painting pictures of Rathalos,
Well, that's rad.
but the pieces of paper that Minato catches are blank.
Huh. That is peculiar.
Well, it's because they're two different models, just with animations that sync up.
Okay, fair.
I love the little details and the hubs in these games.
Yeah. Sleepy buckle.
Sleepy Buck.
Welcome to the hub. Here's the quest list.
Why are so many of? Why are there like 3 or 4 high rank quests that are just, hey, take on this duo. Oh,
Well,
including requests,
because you
there's
don't
like
get them.
6.
I don't know. Because, like, you don't do a lot of that in low rank, I guess. So it's
I
how they set
guess.
up hard. I mean, like, it kind of makes sense, you know? Like, you've done single progressively more difficult monsters, and now you have an option of getting a single monster that's even more difficult, or 2 monsters that are by themselves not quite as difficult, but between them. You know?
Yeah. When you put it like that, yeah.
Where's the thing? Where did
Great Flame Fin!
you got him?
I am cooking.
There we go. Oh, I got the hiccups.
Oh no.
Awful. Oh, I also got really bad posture.
Damn it, I only got energy drinks.
At least you'll get a bunch of Dango tickets from it.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yum yum. Wait.
Time's over.
I almost hit the trigger before realizing you hadn't readied.
Well, I had readied, but then I unreadied.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at the thing. You can't take your camera out while you're readied.
Huh.
I was just using it as a telescope, but
Why is my stomach so loud?
you hunky?
I had Subway like an hour and a half before the stream.
Maybe you need a snack. Famously, cows are grazers.
Yeah, well, famously, when most cows eat other cows, they lose their freaking minds, and I eat beef all the time, and I'm at least half sane.
Okay.
The dismissiveness! Oh, that
What do you
was
want me to say?
brutal. That was just brutal, hon. I can't disagree, though. I cannot disagree at all with the dismissiveness.
Yeah. Maybe I should have picked a quicker weapon for this.
Oi!
Bonk.
Bop!
Exclamation mark mop.
I think Sammy's zoned out or left the stream.
I should have one of those things for just like making. So I've been watching a lot of Owl House recently. I love it. I would absolutely 100% recommend it to everybody. It is so good. It is. The world building is a little bit kind of hit and miss in places, but it's got really solid writing. The characters are great. I love them all. I only just realized your dog is a rainbow dog.
I mean, my dog is a red dog.
Oh, I thought it was changing colors.
No, it might just be the red aura around it interacting with
Right.
its very pale red, but not quite pink fur.
I see. Yeah, anyway, so Owl House, there is a character in Owl House called King, and he makes a lot of really good, just really good noises.
Is he the little skull dog?
He's a little skull dog. He's cute.
He's adorable. I need to watch more of that. I've only seen like
You
half
absolutely
of the
do.
first episode.
There's lesbians in it.
I know, I've heard. That was how I first heard about the show.
Also, one of the characters is canonically aromantic, which is a sort of representation I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Because like you don't get much of that in media.
Yeah,
You know, a lot of
you don't get a lot of
LGBTQ.
A-spec. Yeah, especially
Doesn't-
A-spec stuff.
Yeah,
A-spec
Like, I think
is,
that-
for those who don't know, is short for aromantic / asexual spectrum.
yeah. It's people who don't have the same sort of needs or desires in that regard. Because like it's often very very easy to point to a character, like two characters the same sex, sharing a hug or a snog or something, and you can say very easily, "Hey, look, we've got LGBT representation." But like the A stuff is like it's
Yeah,
you
there's...
can't really tackle it explicitly, because like you can't really show a lack of something, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, if it's just a creator coming out and saying, "Hey, this character is ace or aromantic," which I think is good. I think it's good.
Yeah. Also, I think I've read somewhere that there's like some implications of shared canon with Gravity Falls.
So maybe it's very difficult to say. There are like little allusions to Gravity Falls. A lot of that is just to do with the fact that Dana Terrace and Alex Hirsch are really close. Like they're currently going out, but they were really close friends even before they started dating. Dana Terrace worked on like she did a lot of storyboard work for Gravity Falls and like other similar shows. She actually says that like without Gravity Falls laying the foundation, the Owl House probably wouldn't have got made. And Alex Hirsch says that he did want to have LGBT characters in Gravity Falls, but it just wasn't the right time, you know?
Yeah,
Which seems ridiculous to say because it was the 2010s.
Yeah, but like, I kind of get it. Like, it's still a Disney production, if I remember correctly, and Disney's still not great about that.
I mean, they've elected not to renew Owl House for season 4 because it doesn't fit their brand, is what they said. Their official reasoning. But yeah, so travel between dimensions is a big thing in both Gravity Falls and the Owl House, and there are some like subtle allusions. Like the image of Bill Cipher does show up, not just in Owl House. Have you seen Amphibia? Amphibia is really good as well.
I've not seen that, and I've only seen like half of the first season of Gravity Falls.
Oh,
I know. I want to watch more, but
Gravity Falls, Amphibia, Owl House. I think that is really like the holy trinity when it comes to those sorts of shows.
yeah,
Maybe add a
modern good Disney kids shows that are like accessible to adults.
and if you want to add a fourth one, I would say Star vs. the Forces of Evil, maybe, but it's not. I don't think that's on the same level at all.
I'm
So yeah,
disappointed that they didn't follow up on, apparently, from what I've heard, that they didn't follow up on the stuff that implied very strongly that Marco might be a trans girl.
Or at least, like, gender fluid, maybe.
Yeah, or at least, gender non-conforming, like,
Yeah.
comfortably.
I mean, again, it's the same sort of thing that, like, Disney has a very particular set of principles, and they will not violate them if they can avoid it. Because they need to make things that sell in China, among other things.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad for, like, things like when HoloLive pulled out of China, like, entirely.
Yeah, it's like you can't claim to support these sorts of principles if you don't reflect them on a worldwide, company-wide basis.
Yeah.
But like Disney just wants that China money. It's the same sort of thing. Like there are lots of companies that operate in Middle Eastern countries and countries where the state religion makes certain things illegal and punishable by violence. And yeah, it's just like you can't claim that you stand for these things if you're continuing to operate in a place where those sorts of things are not. And sorry, this conversation got really heavy, and I feel like I'm really badly misrepresenting the issue.
I wouldn't say so personally, but like I can get why you would feel that way.
I certainly feel like as a middle class cishet white man, I'm probably the least qualified to talk about a lot of these things. But like I don't know. I feel like there's some sort of hypocrisy in when a company will change its profile picture to include a rainbow flag during Pride Month, but then they'll still continue to operate in countries where homosexuality is illegal and punishable by death.
Yeah, and they'll only do it in like the US and UK, maybe Japan, maybe.
So yeah, that's my rant for the day. But again, like I feel like I'm probably misrepresenting the issue a fair bit.
As
I don't want people to think that I'm
transgender
speaking
lesbian,
as a.
I personally
wow,
feel like
Sparky,
you got a decent amount right.
Right.
No, look on me.
Hello.
Let's move this way. There we go.
Nice. And I will take this one. Nope, you will take this one.
Oh, I was just hanging in the air. Also, according to Sammy, there is some implication that King might be Bill Cipher reborn.
I mean, I think the only evidence of that is that they are both voiced by Alex Hirsch.
Okay.
Who also voices so many other things. Like, Hootie is voiced by Alex Hirsch. He could be Bill Cipher reborn. And
What, like
he's just
the inanimate
bird
plastic owl that she... Sorry, I'm making a reference to a much more popular content producer than myself that you do not watch.
Nope. Like, I was watching some stuff about Bill Cipher, like right before the stream started, actually. About how he's
That's
really,
always
like really
how
interesting.
this go.
Was that?
That's always how this goes. Is we will somehow end up talking about something you were just looking at.
What can I say? I have diverse interests.
Which is awesome. That's a good thing.
But yeah, so I was watching, like, there's this guy on YouTube who does like reviews of overpowered characters to say, like, have they been written well? And the verdict is that yes, Bill Cipher is an overpowered character who is still a compelling villain. Like, he poses a legitimate threat, but like not one that is completely insurmountable. But yeah, at the very end of Gravity Falls, he does like invoke the power of the Axolotl, which allows him to be reborn in a different world. So there's a lot of speculation that maybe he's going to be in Owl House. He is also referenced in Amphibia, and probably like a dozen other shows as well. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the intercanon references are going to be just like little subtle nods that allow fanfic authors to go mad, rather than explicitly acknowledging anything as canon. You know?
Yeah, fair.
Like,
sorry, what, Sammy? Bill Cipher was on The Simpsons.
Probably doesn't surprise me. But one of the things that I really like about Gravity Falls is it was plotted out right from the very beginning. It was going to have 2 seasons, and that was it. It doesn't overstay its welcome. Like, there are so many shows I could point to where they just keep getting renewed for season after season, and they just don't know when to stop. Gravity Falls is really concise.
Sorry, real quick. I watched through the entirety of one such show when I was, like, in my early 20s. That 70s show, boy, did that need to end sooner.
Yeah, like, and there's a lot of shows like that where people keep saying, you know, I want more of this show, but the more that comes is just bad. Like, Brooklyn Nine-Nine is another one that I'll point to. Is like, I really liked Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I thought that the 5-season run was fine. You know, I think that it ended on a really good note with the wedding, and then it went and got renewed for another 3 seasons on a different network. And I haven't watched those, and I don't really plan to, because like my headcanon is just like the first 5 seasons, and then everybody went and got on with their lives. But Gravity Falls is great because there is just enough of it to satisfy without being like too much. It's like a tasty dessert, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you want a slice of chocolate cake, but you don't want 2 slices of chocolate cake because that's way too rich and you'll be feeling sick afterward.
Yeah.
And like after you finish the first slice, maybe you're like, I will have a second slice. But it's not as good as the first slice, and you end up feeling worse afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, that stuff like that is why I really like shows like Kamen Rider. Of course, we've moved back into Kamen Rider again. But like, each season is, for the most part, self-contained. There will be crossover movies and all that fun stuff, and sometimes those will be canon, and sometimes they won't.
Yeah, and I think that's really the way you have to approach shows like this. You know, long-running shows don't just like make more of the same characters. Take it in a new direction. Like Digimon is another one that I'm sure you have very strong feelings about. But like, Digimon Adventure finished, and then they did Digimon Adventure 2, and then they did Digimon Tamers, and then they did was it Frontier?
Yes,
Frontier.
Frontier.
I don't know. I stopped watching.
Savers, Frontier, Savers, Cross Wars, which had 3 seasons. The second 2 are kind of weird. They exist in a weird space.
Yeah, but the point is, right? The point is, they didn't just keep like using the same characters over and over and over again.
Except,
you know,
they did do Digimon Adventure Tri, which is mostly a sequel to the original adventure that ignores 02 for the most part. It acknowledges that 02 happened, but like the 02 original Digidestined are almost reduced to women in refrigerator level.
Gross. But yeah,
and then
the good versions of Digimon.
Yeah,
that's how I think you should handle a long-running show.
Current shit like Ghost Game, the current season, that is absolutely fantastic. It's more horror themed and more episodic season, and it's one of the best damn seasons of Digimon ever, in my opinion. My humble opinion.
Yeah, it's like, I understand that when you have like, and animation and live action television, those are two completely different horses.
Well,
So I understand that like you can't really make comparisons. Like I'm just thinking of things like
Well,
Castle or Friends or whatever. Because like a lot of the time people will watch those for the big stars, like Nathan Fillion or who's in Friends? Can I name a single one of the Friends? Matthew Perry.
okay, yeah.
I don't think anyone was watching for Matthew Perry.
Or like Ashton
but-
Kutcher in That 70s Show.
Yeah.
Oh, I
and
think that's
you,
where he-
you find a lot of these shows. You find a lot of these shows where, if they do try and continue it with a new cast, people aren't responsive to that. Like the example I can think of is Scrubs.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
When they
And
just
to a lesser degree, the final season of That 70s Show, to keep being that horse, the final season they replaced Topher Grace, the guy who played the main character, with a different guy who the main love interest was kind of interested in, and people were like, what? No, those two were almost married. No, knock this shit off. And like halfway through the season, she was like, oh no, I've been secretly thinking about my old boyfriend this entire time, and the last season was bad. The last season was really bad.
And then think about the Simpsons as well. One of those shows where like nothing is allowed to change, and it's just been going downhill for the last 30 years.
Yeah, The Simpsons is an example of taking episodic too far.
I mean, there's like exactly two things that have stayed the same. Well, character deaths have mostly stayed the same.
Yeah.
The one thing I really remember is like Lisa being vegetarian was in Paul McCartney's contract. He said he would only appear on the episode if Lisa stayed vegetarian after their interaction, because he knew that the show was very bad at going back to how things were at the end of an episode. So Lisa is still vegetarian, which is nice.
And
but
after,
again, that's one of those shows that like they needed to stop at any point, but they just didn't. Yeah, Star Trek is a thing where they did like they reboot it every couple of years, and often they're really well received. Like Next Generation is great. I think people really love Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, DS9 is
some
really
people really love Deep
popular.
Space Nine.
DS9 is one of the most popular ones. A lot of people who have watched it say that it has the best Captain equivalent, if I remember correctly.
Is that Janeway?
No.
Or is
no,
Janeway from
No, Janeway is...
Discovery? No.
No, no.
Odyssey? No. Enterprise? Voyager?
Voyager. Finally got... Go
Voyager.
There.
Yeah. I go there.
Go there.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
Well,
oh, shit,
I mean, I
I'm
just like
forgetting
that.
his name. He's the Black Man.
I mean, I think I can think of a couple of black men in other Star Trek seasons, like Geordie LaForge.
Right.
But
yeah, it's not super important right now.
yeah. Anyway, but yeah, no, that's one of those things where it's like, I mean, each season of Star Trek ran for several series, or each series ran for several seasons. The terminology gets confusing when you get periodic reboots like that.
Yeah, especially with the fact that apparently a lot of TV in the UK doesn't quite use the same terminology as the US.
No, we don't talk about seasons because things don't run for... We usually would produce like 6 to 12 episodes in a series. I think 12 episodes can be called a season because that would be weekly for 3 months. And 3 months is a season, so...
You were just running into a wall on my screen.
Cool. Well, I can't wait for it to say communication error.
Yeah.
But to get back to the point I was trying to make.
Sorry.
Star Trek works like they keep the main formula, like it's a trek in the stars, but then they change up the status quo.
There it goes. They actually DS9 was actually a departure from the formula. It was focusing on a static station in like Sector 9 of the Deep Space part of the known universe.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, that was an exception.
But yeah, there are some shows that went on way longer than they should have, and some shows that get the rebooting thing right, you know? Like, I talk at length, like, every stream about how much I hate the Hollywood bankruptcy of imagination, where it's just like, they will keep rebooting franchises or remaking or reimagining, and it's like, it lacks soul. Like, the Disney live-action, quote-unquote live-action remakes, or, like, the Ghostbusters reboot, and it's like, come on. Like, my attitude is very much that if a film was good the first time, don't reboot it because you will ruin the memory of it. If a film is like, a lot of people remember it, but it wasn't great, that's when you reboot a film.
That is a very unique take on that, but one that I can't say I disagree with.
I mean, I guess like the things I want to see rebooted are the ones where it's like you can see that they had potential, but it didn't live up to it. You know?
Yeah, but like, this is Hollywood we're talking about. They would never.
Yeah, they want to bankroll stuff.
Yeah,
which is why, like in so many things, the interesting stuff happens in the independent scene. But having said that, I have not watched an independent film in ages. The last film I saw was Kong Skull Island, which is everything that I hate about Hollywood, but it did have a big old monkey in it, so... I was just in one of those moods where I felt like watching a kaiju film, and I think we talked about this last week, actually. Because I remember talking about, like, what do you think the shape of the film industry would be if Godzilla was in the public domain?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, it's just interesting stuff. You know, I don't watch a lot of films. It's really
come on.
I don't like being passive. You know, I like doing things, which is why when I do watch films, I usually have my laptop and I'm making notes or writing something up or whatever.
Right.
Just because I don't know, I get fidgety or also I'm awful to watch films within the cinema. Like, I've had people actually like complain and move away when sitting next to me because I'm one of those people who just does not shut up. Like, I will point out interesting things, like comment on something. And it's like it's one of those bad habits where it's like I know I should get better, but I don't even notice I'm doing it.
Oh, hey, that's Hinkman Blog.
Yeah, Hinkman Bloggle. He played Stevedore #2 in the prequel. As a reference for you and nobody else.
Oh, I love you.
We've been going for over 2 hours. Do you want to go and take a stretch break and stuff?
Ooh, real quick, Dream just said something really, really on point. My favorite reboot / revival / adaptation is SSSS Gridman, choosing to adapt what the original show meant to the folks who made it, as opposed to like a direct adaptation made every difference.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think that it sounds like the big difference is that the people who made it cared about it and wanted to do something.
Yeah,
wanted to to make like a love letter to it. Like I often talk.
The people at
It's
Studio
like
Trigger
one-
are known to be huge Tokusatsu fans.
I mean, Studio Trigger just like makes gold with everything they touch. Like Space Patrol Luluco and Inferno Cop are
Yeah.
just chef's kiss. But I lost my thought. What was I going to say?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I think like the passion makes all the difference. Like think about, and I know you probably would rather not, but think about the M. Night Shyamalan Last Airbender. Because
must
that's
you hurt
one of
me?
those things. Sorry?
I jokingly said, "Why must you hurt me?"
Oh. Well, okay, so it's like the fans of The Last Airbender, or Legend of Aang as we called it in the UK, the show meant so much to so many different people, but they failed to capture any of that in the film. And I think it's probably just like a lack of context, or like a lack of understanding, or awareness, or something.
I mean, there's also the fact that Shyamalan tried to adapt every single actual episode of season 1 into the movie.
Oh yeah, I mean, Shyamalan is a whole other issue that I don't want to get into right now.
Fair.
Especially because like other people have already made the points and made them better.
Yeah.
Like go and watch anything by Adam from yourmoviesucks.org. He talks a lot about M. Night Shyamalan, and everything he says is really, really incisive. Also, he's like an actual he's a filmmaker and film critic, so
Oh, that's
his
super
opinions
rad.
are much better than mine, because like I'll often like just talk about films and say, I didn't like that, but I can't really put into words why. Whereas yourmoviesucks.org is a lot better at explaining cinematography and things like that.
Right.
So yeah, that's my my recommendation for tonight. But
Anyway, yeah,
I think that
Oh.
The Last Airbender failed because the people making the film didn't understand the franchise's significance to the people to whom it was most important.
Right. No,
And it felt like a betrayal
Shyamalan-
to the fans.
Shyamalan said himself that he made it because it was important to his kids, not to himself.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. I think, like, I don't know. Like, Raul Julia in Street Fighter, the movie, he did it for his kids. And that was because, like, he was diagnosed with terminal cancer or something. And he was like, the last film I'm going to do is going to be one my kids can watch. And he let them pick. And he brings everything to the role of M. Bison. But
But
it's...
that's an actor and not a director.
Yeah,
or-
I know.
Yeah.
Like, he... Yeah, no. Like, I don't want to... Yeah, it's just bad. Last Airbender is just bad.
Yeah.
And it's because the people making it didn't care about the material.
Yeah.
I think what you're saying, what Dream was saying, is absolutely right. That if you're making an adaptation of something, or like a reboot, you have to have strong feelings about the original property. It doesn't have to be love. It doesn't have to be love.
Right. Like,
But you have to feel something.
Some really good remakes are, like, made by people who despise the original.
Yeah, and they're like, I could do something so much better with this source material, or something,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my lukewarm take is like, and yeah, I think if a film was good, don't bother remaking it. If something wasn't good, but could have been, that's when you remake it.
Yeah.
It's like there's a Shakespeare quote or something where it's like, to gild refined gold, or to spray perfume on the lily. And it's all talking about how in trying to make these things better, you're just like diminishing what actually makes them beautiful.
Yeah.
Very well.
That's really on point, especially for this conversation.
Although in Shyamalan's case, it's more often polishing a turd.
Yeah.
I was referring more to his like original writing, like
Yeah.
like.
Did you know that?
Yeah,
Random tangent. Did you know that MythBusters actually managed to successfully polish a turd?
That doesn't surprise me. No, no, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. Anyways, we can
Let's
get
go
off
take a quick
topic.
comfort break,
Yeah, I need.
and then
to,
we'll come back and hunt something.
I need to
I'm probably not
process
going to
some
stick around for
returned
too much longer.
books. Real bad.
Yeah, we'll be back here in like what 5-10 minutes. Say half
Yeah.
past 10 minutes.
Yeah, half fast. Sounds good. See you
Alright,
all
see you in a bit.
in a sec.
Hey friends, we're back.
Yay!
So I got myself a bowl of yogurt,
Ooh.
and yeah, but I polished that off while we were away.
Dream offered to make me some food, and so now
Oh,
she's gonna be putting a couple of tiny, like, not quite bite size, but like easily handheld pizzas in our toaster oven once she's done making herself a sandwich.
what's a toaster oven?
It is like an oven, but it is small and fits on a countertop.
Oh, like a microwave.
Not quite.
Okay,
It is similar, but it works
like
more
half
it works
half
more
microwave, half toaster, half oven. Got it.
it works like an actual toaster or actual oven.
Right.
Hey, it's not my fault you haven't eaten, assumedly, Sammy.
But
Hope
Right.
Mike didn't pick that up.
I think I'm done with Great Sword for the moment. I want to play something different. I feel like
Oh my god, Sammy. She actually
going on?
hadn't eaten anything yet. This girl is gonna be the death of me.
she's gonna be the death of herself. It sounds like.
Also, apparently I got knocked out of the lobby during the break.
Oh no, you forgot to rejoin.
Right, that was it.
Yeah. Right. This is focus. This
Sammy,
is focus.
look at my body. Look at my body. Look at my belly and tell me that food is optional. Crafting in FF14 is not forever. The service will one day close. I'm breaking up with you.
Is Final Fantasy XIV not one of those games where you set something going and then you go off and do something else?
No.
Oh.
No, you not even for crafting.
I
Unless you
think I was
have-
thinking of RuneScape.
Unless you have, like, macros set up. But even though those can be
That's
finicky.
cheating.
Well, no, there's like, in-game stuff set to help people set up macros. It's just...
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah, according to Sammy. I need to press the macro button every 1 minute 14 seconds.
Well, you could alternatively, like get a wireless keyboard and then keep doing it, but from the kitchen.
Or a wireless controller, because, hey, 14 supports controllers! And controllers aren't actually that bad of a way to do crafting.
Especially if you're just pressing one button.
Oh god. In caps, I could do it from bed!
Yeah. Alternatively, you could go and feed yourself.
Yeah, you could do it while picking up a sandwich.
God. So, do you know about a guy named George Wood? I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't, because he was very obscure even at the time.
The name sounds familiar.
He did like a, I think the term is public access. Like he did a video game review show called Gaming in the Clinton Years, which has become kind of a meme for many reasons. But one of the one of the reasons that he considered Earthbound to be such a good game was that you could play it with one hand while eating pizza with the other. And he decided to demonstrate this. He's like, look, you play Earthbound with this hand, and you eat pizza with this hand. Like, thank you, George. Our lives are so enriched by your wisdom. But yeah, food is important. That's why you have to eat before every hunt in Monster Hunter.
Yeah, good point. Sammy, what the hell is pentamelded?
Melted 5 times.
Meld
Based.
with a D.
Oh, melded 5 times.
Smartass. Oh no, that's actually kind of
I should
cute.
make myself some. What?
That's actually kind of cute when Kitty fied. Oh no, that's actually kind of cute when Kitty fied. 5 materia in every slot? What in the hell?
I don't know what that means.
Don't worry about it.
I know that materia are the thing, like, you use them to make summons in Final Fantasy VIII.
Yes, yeah, they're also how you do, like,
They're like
enemy
mana.
magic stuff in 7. In 14, they're just, like, passive buffs that you can meld into your armor.
I see.
Oh no. It starts at 100% success rate, then it quickly drops down to 7%. You found it! What'd you find? Sammy is being a dramatic. And
Irony?
nah, just dramatic.
Oh, okay.
You left the materia over here under the plushies.
Just go digging around down the back of a couch. I was like, oh, this is where I left my mana.
Well, no, it's more a catalyst through which to focus mana.
Okay. So it's not used up when you cast spells.
Right. You give a character one, at least in 7, and they will be able to use spells from the related category.
I
Like,
see.
I never played 7. I just watched a, I've just watched a larger, more popular YouTuber who is not a VTuber playing a full
Oh,
character.
it's the reason we're called VTubers. The U.
What?
In the alphabet. TUV. And then WTubers will be next.
Hello, new viewer Reboot Ranger. That's
Reboot Ranger has joined the library.
thank you for joining the library. Also, that is a fantastic emote. Wait, that emote. Oh, you friends with Digi? All right, Digi's rad. Welcome. Any friend of Digi's is a friend of mine.
Hooray! I'm just grabbing a bird, and I'll be right with you.
Okay. Wait, you say you're from Lost in Translation Mon? Do you mean, like, just their Discord server? Or... Oh shoot, I should have advertised that I was streaming in their Discord server. Because they've got a channel for that.
That's not too late. You can go and do that now.
I'm literally being attacked by the Actisom.
Well...
Yep, user promos in the Lost in Translation Mon Discord. Oh, you followed me on... Thank you! My day has been going pretty alright. There was a little mix-up with schedule stuff, because neither Buck nor I remembered that,
Yeah, so Daylight Savings Time started in the US last week.
this last weekend, actually, just Sunday.
Yeah. It doesn't start in the UK for like another. It's not this coming weekend. It's the next weekend. So, yeah, you do daylight savings. The week before, 3 weeks before. And so I was saying to Diana, hey, let's do it at 6 p.m. UTC. And she was like, oh yeah, cool. And messaged me. And I was like, are you ready? I'm getting all set up. I was like, it's not for another hour, Diana.
Yeah, Buck is living in England, and I live in New York. I don't have an accent, though, because I'm from Oklahoma.
You probably have an Oklahoma accent. Is Oklahoma in the Midwest? I'm very
It
bad
is,
at
like,
my...
dead center of the continental U.S., practically.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, like, southwest. Because all the region names were like decided back before they'd really moved out from the coast.
It's like the Wild West is Texas, and that's just
Yeah,
that's
that.
like in the middle of the country.
Thank you. You said to call you Diaco? Diaco? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I apologize.
Right.
Wait. Are you an alternate account of Digis? Is that what's going on? Now I'm confused.
Playing detective. Oh, hey, the...
Yes, I'm aware of who the digital hazard is. I'm friends with him. I'm asking who you... what you want me to call you, Reboot Ranger.
Call me whatever you like. Just don't call me late for dinner. Oh, is that going to proc poison? That is going to proc poison.
Sorry, I apologize for not being more,
Bonk.
No, I'm saying that I'm... Okay, yes, your pronouns are relevant, but, like... What is a name that you want me to call you is just Reboot. Fine.
Well, wasted that.
That's always pain. Okay, just Reboot is fine. I'm
Cool.
glad we have that established.
And it only took 10 minutes.
Diana is fine. Thank you for asking. I go by she, they at a ratio of 9 to 1.
I have never heard somebody refer to their pronouns that way. Is that common, or did you make that up?
I started doing it because of how the settings are in Our Life Now and Forever's, the demo for it at least.
Huh.
Yeah, you can set your you can set what percentage you want people to refer to you as any pronouns that you go by.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. It is nice to
Like,
meet you too, Reboot.
Hooray! Friends is good.
Yeah.
The concept, not the show.
Yeah! Ooh! Ooh! We've done enough talking about old shows for one day.
Is it leaving? It's leaving. Ugh.
Yeah, I watched a good chunk of it when it was on, like, Cartoon Network.
Friends?
No, Reboot.
Oh,
God,
it's a bit before my time.
yeah, I can
It might not.
understand that.
It might not be. It's probably just like it didn't air anywhere on terrestrial telly in the UK.
I mean, that's also a
Like-
possibility. Oh God, I forgot. Dream is actually younger than you, Buck.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like young. I'm not a whippersnapper or an upstart.
But
Like, I was thinking about this the other day. Actually, it's like people often make jokes about me being a boomer. And I was thinking, you know, maybe if I didn't want them to make these sorts of jokes, I shouldn't complain all the time about very boomery things. Like how things were better in my day. I mean,
yeah,
I don't feel about that sort of thing.
I
I'm like,
believe that Dream is a Zoomer. Yeah, I'm 30.
I'm not quite.
But yeah.
Oh,
Oh!
you right?
Yeah, Reboot just said they're 31. Or he's 31,
Oh.
I believe. I believe he said. Okay. And yeah,
Come on, come on, come on.
despite... Oh yes, I love the Monster Hunter franchise as a whole. It's honestly
Diana's
one of my
actually the one that got
favorites.
me into it.
I was not aware of that. I thought it was just a thing that you picked up because people you knew IRL were into it.
No, it was you and some of the other people in the old Skype chat we used to have. Because you were talking about I think you played 3 Ultimate with some of them.
Yeah,
Like on 3DS, and
well,
I
we played it on Wii U because that was the. You couldn't play it
Yeah.
online without the Wii U, even if you were playing the 3DS version.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but like you and some of the people in that chat talked about playing 3 Ultimate together, and then 4 Ultimate was coming out, and I was like, yeah, maybe I'll pick this up and play with this group. So yeah, it was you lot that got me into it, and the
Yeah.
rest, as they say, is history.
And you started with one of the hardest weapons to use in solo.
What are you talking about? Bow is easy mode. You don't have to get close to the monster. You just have to. You drink a dash juice, and then you just stand on the other side of the map, and then you wonder why your attacks aren't hitting because arrows despawn after a certain distance. And it took me a while
Alright, it was
to
nice
figure
getting
that
to know
out.
you, Reboot.
Thanks for coming. Are they leaving?
I guess. Alright, see you next time then.
Sarah, we'll be doing more Monster Hunter next Tuesday. Wait, maybe not next Tuesday. I might. Well, in the future sometime. We'll have to work things out because I am going on holiday sometime soon, and I forget which week
alright.
it is.
Yeah, we'll have to work something out for that.
Defo.
But yeah,
You're playing Monster Hunter solo on Thursday, aren't you?
no, we're picking up some of Dream's stuff on Thursday, so I'm going to be doing the stream on Friday. And
okay.
I've forgotten already what I'm going to be playing then instead of Rise.
I think one of your schedules, it might have been for last week, said 30 XTX.
That was for Saturday this week.
Saturday this week. Okay.
Also, I personally always say 30 double X, because I believe...
That doesn't make sense.
I
You
bel-
wouldn't pronounce the year 20 double one. I think it's meant to be like the year, isn't it? Sorry,
Yeah,
go on.
it
I
is
keep
meant to be
interrupting
the
you.
year. I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe the devs said that that was the intended pronunciation for it and the game that it is a sequel to, 20
Okay.
double X.
See, the reason I would pronounce it 30 XTX is because of Stinko Man 20 XTX.
Yes! Yeah, you would!
You were just waiting for me to say that, weren't you?
Yes, the second you said 20 XD, I was like, oh, I know exactly where he's going.
Yeah, 20 XT6.
Hey, you got it!
I did. And that lets me do this. And a bonk. Okay. I managed to get 8 damage off that. But now I have a glowing sword, by which I mean Dango Hammer. Mochi Pestle. No, Mortar. Wait. Which is the Pestle and which is the Mortar?
Bruh,
I think the
have
mortar is
no
the
damn
container.
idea.
I think the mortar is the container and the pestle is the pounder. So yeah, it's a mochi pestle.
I mean, technically, the term used is always hammer in regards to mochi, as far as I've heard.
There's probably like a special term for it, like mochikotsu. I don't know. I'll Google it. Ugh. So, do you want to talk about the trailer for Sunbreak?
Yes! I was thinking we would avoid that, gee, and that was why you didn't bring it up, because, you know,
I know.
it
I
just
would
came out
forgetful.
today.
Well,
yeah.
we could avoid it if you want, like.
Oh no,
If
no,
other people are
I'm
interested
more
in
than
going and
happy
watching
to. I'm more than happy to talk about it if you
Okay,
if you want.
sure. Well, okay, so this is going to be like an official spoiler alert. Anybody who doesn't want the Sunbreak trailer spoiled, plug your ears up.
Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, no, it's I am liking. Like I really like the werewolf boy because I've been very fond of werewolves recently.
And it's a really well designed reskin of the Zenogre skeleton, which is always something I'm super into. Like, I love Magnum Hollow.
Yeah, I think a lot of its design elements bring, like, the name certainly brings to mind Odogaron, but I think it's also meant to like look a little bit like Tobi Kadachi, but that could just be like the sleek shape and the color and the spikiness.
Yeah.
But I really like how it gets up on its hind legs to fight. That's cool.
That is such a rad way to use this extant skeleton in a new way.
Yeah, it's a really fun idea. Oh, guy froze for a bit for me. Yeah, no, it's fun. I like that they've got the the werewolf, the zombie, and the vampire. I think that's a good.
Wait,
I know
where
it's
was
not a
the-
zombie. It's
where
a,
was the Zambo?
And I know it's a Frankenstein monster.
Ah.
But like, we don't have a homunculus, I guess. Yeah. So no, it is exciting. I really and I love old ruined castles. So
Yeah,
You-
the new
you know
region
that I'm-
looks gorgeous too. What, like,
mm,
obviously, it's Monster Hunter. Of course, the region looks gorgeous.
yeah. I mean, I think I've said before that like even when I was playing 4 Ultimate, I found the game very immersive, even with the loading screens. Just like the environments felt very vibrant and alive. I think with World and Rise getting rid of the loading screens, they've done a good job at continuing that. But yeah, no, having a vampire is cool. I think I might. So I have the Magna Malo amiibo. I might order the what was it called? Mojave Desert, Majubu. There's a J and a V in there. Okay, maybe there isn't.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I might order that one.
I don't honestly remember.
And it got me thinking. So my Magna Malo is currently mint on card, but I'm wondering if I should actually like bust it out. And I'm like,
Get that
am I gonna regret
sweet
it?
layered armor.
Yeah, because like it is exclusive to, and I've decided that I will, but only after I finally get like proper display cases for my my room. Because like I have a bunch of stuff I want to put on display, but not get dusty, you know.
I have
Like
a similar pain.
Nendoroids and Figmas, just like weird collectibles, stuff that I want to show off, but
I have a similar but different pain.
Hmm.
I have a lot of books that I need to put on shelves. There's a reason I'm a librarian, and it's because I
Yeah.
own so many books.
well, the thing is, I've got plenty of space for books. Books are fine.
I don't have any
like I sh-
bookshelves at all.
Oh. Yeah, no. Two of my room's 4 walls are bookshelves,
Nice.
and a large portion of those I have a lot of manga and I have a lot of RPG tome. And both of those categories are probably going to expand. So, one of my IRL friends, I started playing D&D back in 4th edition, which is really
Contentious,
divisive,
Yeah.
contentious among the fans. Well, no, I played a little bit of 3rd and 3.5. Also, welcome back, Athens. Very glad to have you back. I started playing like 3.5. But the main stuff I remember is 4th edition, and one of my friends in my group, he he said to me like a couple of months ago, "Oh, I've been thinking about 4th edition again. We should do like some edition one shots." And so we did, and he realized he hates it. Having got familiar with other editions, he really dislikes a lot of the things about 4th edition.
Well,
But he has like all of the books, and I was thinking,
Oh, no.
you know, I have no intention of ever playing 4th edition again, but I would like to have the books. So I'm gonna buy them off him, clear some space for him, and just like have them, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of a fun thing to do. Just
Oh,
memorialize.
Trotta-
Oh. What?
Athens has redeemed a fun fact. Redeem. I will do that after we finish this conversation thread. But yeah, he's also got like 3rd and 3.5 edition books that he doesn't have any intention of using anymore. I'm just like, yeah, just give them to me. I will give them a good home. Because like I love having RPG books, even or especially of games that I have no intention of playing. Oh, did I tell you about my quest for Anima?
No, what's anima? I mean, outside
I'm
of,
not.
outside of like the Jungian concept.
So I'm not surprised you haven't heard of it. It is a Spanish role-playing game that is very heavily anime inspired. It was translated and published by Fantasy Flight, who are the people also behind, excuse me, behind like the Arkham horror games. I think they do a lot of like distribution. Like I don't know if they produce anything in house, but they pick up all these properties and package them and things like that. But the thing is, I remember seeing a copy of this book when I was at an old game shop, and I remember being fascinated because like it has some really weird magic systems in it, and I also remember the art being completely all over the place. And it came back to me. It came back to me a while ago, and I got sort of. You know what it's like to be like hyper fixated on something. Like a thought enters your mind, and you cannot. And you cannot exercise it until you. So for me, it's like a lot of the time it's like literal objects of obsession. You know, like I will find out about something. Like I cannot rest, get this thing, which is awful because like my house is filled with like garbage that I got on a whim that I don't plan on getting rid of.
For some
But
reason,
I don't know.
For some reason, the way you said garbage just now sounded extremely American.
Garbage. Yeah, it's because I roticized it.
Okay.
That's like pronouncing the R. If I said garbage. Garbage.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, I went to university in Aberdeen, in Scotland, and a lot of people had quite strong accents there. So I didn't lose my RP accent, but I have started saying some words in a very rhotic way, like iron, or no, that's the only one I can think of at the moment. But yeah. Anyway. So yeah, I have this book, Anima, and I've not even read it all the way through. It's just like I wanted it, and now I have it, and it makes me happy just to own it. So there's that. And it was the same thing with Hecatomb that I did the unboxing of last week. It was just like I found out about this, and I'm like, this thing is crazy. I want to get some. I want to see what it's like. I want to hold it. I want to touch it. You know, because it's like historian brain. Archaeologist brain activate.
Thank you. Dream just brought me my pizzas. I am happy.
Huzzah.
They might be overdone.
What was that?
They said they might be overdone.
It's fine.
Okay.
Are you gonna put them together and eat them like a hammed burger?
Oh, we have them put together when we put them in the toaster oven.
Oh, so all the cheese melts together and like welds them.
Well, they're both facing upwards. So it's the cheese from one melts into the bottom of the other.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get you. Well, while you polish that off, I'm going to think of a fun fact for our friend Aftons, because he spent 500 hazelnut. So I wanna think of a good one. Just looking around my room for inspiration. Seeing like
I should mute
there
while
must
I
be.
eat.
That's all good. Dealer's choice. It's always when you put on the spot that you suddenly forget every interesting thing you've ever heard. I could just like list all the things that there are on my desk. I have guitar picks. I have dice. I have painkillers and light bulbs.
Dream
And...
says she has a fun fact.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. You can do my job for me, Dream.
Just waiting on response.
I've actually come up with a fun fact in the meantime, and
Oh,
it was
go for
inspired
it.
by looking at something on my desk. So, you might have heard the names Galvani and Volta. They were two Italian scientists who, between them, came up with most of the foundation for modern electrical theory. I should make a list of fun facts. I should. Anyway, Luigi, I think it's Luigi Galvani and Volta. And Volta, like they did I think it was Volta did a famous experiment where he like electrocuted frogs' legs to make them twitch. And the two of them had this disagreement as to whether like electricity was stored in the muscles or it was an external stimulus that caused the muscle to contract. Anyway, Volta created the first battery out of discs of copper and zinc separated by paper soaked in brine. The very first battery was called a voltaic pile, and that is why batteries in French are still called pile. So yeah, there you are. There's your fun fact. Another fun fact, Diana is smacking her lips. Oh, should I deafen myself on Discord?
Okay, now I'm unmuted on
sorry.
my stream.
Sorry to call you out like that.
Man, that's embarrassing. I completely did not think of that. Man, that's an embarrassing oversight.
Whoopsie daisy.
Man, I'm glad I didn't actually say anything out loud.
Yep. That would have been embarrassing. Right, should we do like one more hunt and then call it for the night? Because I'm starting to get tired.
Alright. If you
gonna
want to
try
try
it.
up for one more. Oh, but first,
Yeah.
I need to go check the mercenaries.
But you know you can do it upstairs in the guild hall.
But then I can't also check the
Oh, the birch
Kohoot
tree.
nest. Yeah.
Yeah, the birch tree, where all the bird seeds grow. Nah.
Oh!
Oh?
The animated film, The Return of the King, the sequel to the 1977 film The Hobbit, was originally going to be called Frodo the Hobbit 2. That is
Interesting.
strange.
Was that the Ralph
fun.
Bakshi one? Because I've watched the Ralph Bakshi. He did an adaptation of Lord of the Rings, which was just up until the Battle of Helm's Deep. And I remember watching it because like my my dad, bless him, we watched the Peter Jackson films as a family, and they are fantastic. I hold up the Peter Jackson Lord of the Ring films as like the way that
Rankin
you do an
Bass.
adaptation. Sorry? Oh, Rankin Bass. Okay, I haven't seen those. I've seen Ralph Bakshi's Lord of the Rings, which is great. Well, okay, let me finish the story.
Sorry.
So my dad was like, "Oh, I remember this animated thing, animated Lord of the Rings from when I was a kid. Oh, I bet it still holds up." So we found it and we watched it, and it had a lot of very silly, goofy moments. A lot of it did not hold up, but I think in general, it was pretty good. I liked it, certainly, and I think like the story of Lord of the Rings is one that's just really good, you know. So it's just a world that you feel drawn into, and the conflicts between the characters. I just think it's good. I like it. But I haven't seen the Rankin Bass Hobbit. Rankin Bass, they did.
All of the classic
like-
Christmas movies.
Now, you say that,
All
classic
the
American Christmas films,
okay, fine, yes,
because
like Frosty
they
the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
yeah, I know about them through pop culture osmosis, like because I've been exposed to elf practice memes, like just that elf kicking down the door and saying, "Why weren't you at elf practice?" That's about all I know.
I always forget about that stupid bit.
Do you remember the meme a couple of years ago?
I didn't know.
Why
there was-
weren't you at elf practice? Okay, quest time. Yeah, no, I've never seen any of the Christmas films.
Well, Dream has continued to speak. The Hobbit animated movie is the best adaptation of The Hobbit because it's the only one that feels like the book, which I'm not sure if I entirely agree on that being 100% a good thing, because there were some flaws with the original book, in my opinion.
Yeah,
The
I mean, I
superfluous
would-
amount of dwarves who did not get characterization at all.
I will say that the Peter Jackson Hobbit films feel like they're trying way too hard to be more like Lord of the Rings, whereas
Yeah.
the books are tonally two very different things.
Yeah.
Um,
And also,
like
they-
the Hobbit has a lot of like fairy tale to it, whereas the Lord of the Rings, while still a children's book, is a lot more like an epic, like the Odyssey or
right.
the Aeneid or something.
And Dream also continues, the movie was animated by Topcraft that might be recognized as a precursor of a certain niche anime studio you might also have heard of, which I'm assuming is Gainax. And nope, not Gainax. Then I don't know who it could be. Oh, Ghibli! Seriously?
Ah,
That's really cool. Also, she responded to my comment about the original book with, "Wow, The Hobbit is a perfect book," which I imagine is a joke. I can't tell from text, obviously, because even
tone is very difficult to convey.
yeah, even if I wasn't autistic, that would be a difficult thing to convey in text.
I mean, I'm probably not autistic, but I still find it very difficult to
yeah.
interpret tone.
I've heard that a lot of allistic people, which is the term for non-autistic folks, I've heard that a lot of allistic folks also have a hard time with that.
It's just because it's such a different way of communicating than anything. I do have another fun fact. This will be a sort of bonus fun fact to make up for the fact that my previous one was so slow. It's about Studio Ghibli. I know for a fact that I think Disney used to be the ones to like bring Ghibli films into Western markets.
Yep.
And they re-edited some of the things.
I know the fact you're referencing. I
Yeah,
believe it
you-
was a
you-
different studio
Okay, it wasn't
altogether, and
I know that
well,
Disney
they-
currently owns them, which is why they're on Disney Plus. But
and
well, it doesn't
Disney,
own them, but localizes them.
Disney was wanting to localize a second Ghibli movie after the first one that had been localized, and they were like,
Right.
"Hey, we were considering these cuts, and I'll let you take over from there."
Yeah, so this was Princess Mononoke, which
Right,
a lot of
yes.
people consider to be Hayao Miyazaki's magnum opus, and when the cuts were proposed, or like in response to the first film being trimmed down, he sent them an authentic samurai sword with a note that simply read, "No cuts." And yeah, that's why Ghibli films are pretty much the same in Western territories as they are in Japan. Because Miyazaki threatened the studios with a sword.
Yep.
I know he didn't actually threaten them, but like, he showed
The
that he
threat
very
was
passionate about things.
implied.
Yeah. I love Hayao Miyazaki.
He is eccentric, but very, very skilled at what he does.
I also love Hidetaka Miyazaki, who's like the opposite end of the spectrum.
That's the Soulsborne Miyazaki, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the thanks Miyazaki. Yeah, no. No, I really love Studio Ghibli. It just makes me feel so nice and beautiful.
Dream. Wait, they aren't the same guy?
Well, I've never seen the two of them in the same room together. Just put it that way.
It would be impressive if Hayao Miyazaki could put on enough makeup to make himself look as young as Hidetaka Miyazaki.
I mean, maybe Hayao Miyazaki is the character. Maybe Hidetaka Miyazaki has been wearing old person makeup this whole time.
Oh, poor Dream. Do you know how confused we have been?
Sorry, it's not the same Miyazaki.
Poor potatoes.
Yeah. So, no, yeah. I love Studio Ghibli. But I also love Soulsborne. They just put me in very different moods, you know?
Oh, yeah. We thought it was a meme? Aww. Sweetheart.
Now, I know that... Here's another fun fact for you. Hidetaka Miyazaki... like, a lot of the reason that Dark Souls feels like it does is because he would often, like, go to the library and check out books, but he couldn't read them all. So he just had to fill in the gaps in his mind, which is why Dark Souls is so, like, non-explicit about all of its lore.
That's really interesting.
Like, he read... I think it's that he read books in English, but like his English wasn't perfect. So like he saw words and he had no idea what they meant. So he had to like imagine what they could mean based on context. At least I might be misremembering. I might be confusing him with somebody else.
Well, who else would be responsible for something in Dark Souls? It's not like there are any other people who have ever touched the creation process of a Dark Souls game. She says, hoping that the meme comes across.
It's a one-person thing. Never seen George Washington and the Queen of England in this together. Here's another fun fact for you. There has not been a Queen of England for hundreds of years now. Officially, she is the Queen of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. England is not its own sovereign state. It is a nation within the United Kingdom.
I'm sure Ireland is super pleased about that.
That's like there is a big old thing right there that I'm not gonna touch.
Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't have set it up like that. I should have just known that was something I could set up and just not.
No, don't worry about it. It's like, the thing is, it's like, and again, like, I am not in a great position to talk about this because modern British history is not my specialty. Like, I deal with stuff that's more continental and more not recent. But yeah, like there's a lot of like conflict between Ireland and Northern Ireland, between people who want to be in the UK and people who want to be their own like independent Ireland. And it's not an easy issue, and it was only made worse by Brexit happening because
I've
because
heard of that part.
Because the United Kingdom and the Republic of Ireland joined the EU at the same time, there was never a time when one party was in the EU and the other one wasn't. Now there is, and people are really unsure. Like, people are still really unsure as to how to manage the border. Like, because it's the only land border that we have as the UK, unless you count, like, our colonies, like Gibraltar or whatever, which is another independence movement that I don't want to get into right now.
Fair.
But yeah, the gap between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland is our only land border, and now that Britain, the United Kingdom is not in the EU, but the Republic of Ireland still is, it's difficult. Like, we're still, and yeah, I'm gonna stop there because like, I could go on at length about all of these things.
So, you may have heard me chuckle quite loudly a second ago, and that was because Dream said something amazing. Ah, yes, it was George R.R. Martin who can't read English and made up stuff about the lore of the Dark Souls, but like souls like on a shoe. Yeah,
George R.R. Romero, Night of the Living Dead.
George R.R. Romero! Oh, I love that. That's so silly.
Yeah, George R.R. Romero is about to make you his bitch.
Wasn't
there
that
you go.
Three Romero?
Yeah, that's John Romero.
Right.
John Romero was the guy who designed Doom and Quake and Daikatana.
Which should just be
George
read as
Romero
Daito,
was the guy who made. Sorry?
Daikatana should just be read as Daito.
No,
That's how the
it's
kanji are
Daikatana.
read. No, I'm saying he did Japanese bad.
Yeah, he did a lot of things bad with that game.
Fair.
But yeah, John Romero made games. George Romero did Zombie, the zombie film, and George Martin did the Game of Thrones. Oh, sorry, the Songy Icy Fire.
The Songy Chili Bernie.
Songy Chili Bernie. Yeah, the singy hotty coldy. Did you know the George in George R.R. Martin stands for Rotom? Like Pokemon. Because he's actually just a Pokemon possessing a robot body.
Also, again, with the silliness from Dream, JRPG Tolkien, who wrote Star Trek.
JRPG Tolkien. That, of course, stands for Jolkien, Rolkien, Tolkien.
No, Jolkien, Rolkien, Polkien, Golkien, Tolkien.
I swear there were some facts in this conversation.
There were at some point. Mop!
I got. Add one to the mop counter. Oh. Air bonk. Nope, not bonk. Air bonk.
Dream is just
Nope.
being silly in chat now. Whereas the Milk John attributed to J.R.R. Tolkien.
I'll die before I surrender, Tim. Nonsense makes for fun streams. It does. But sense also non-nonsense sense makes for fun streams also as well too.
Yeah, but you're collabing with an autistic girl with ADHD.
Yeah. It's all good. I'm gonna eat these rations. Ooh. Is there a saturation mechanic in this game like there is in Minecraft?
I don't believe so.
Cool.
I don't think you can get sick from eating too much.
No, that's not how it works. It's like certain... Oh, God. So, the mechanic in Minecraft is like... food will fill up your food bar, but the rate at which your food bar depletes is dependent on the kind of food that you just ate. So some food will fill you up not very much, but keep you full for longer. And other food will fill you up a lot, but you'll not be full for very long.
Huh. I was not aware of that, and I am like 90% sure that's not a thing in Monheim.
Yeah, I was just thinking about like rations, like, because I feel like I get hungry quicker when I eat rations than I do with well done steak, but it could just be because rations restore only half the thing. Oh wait, there's a Vigor Wasp down here. Whoop. Hey, come here. Tim. There you go.
Tim?
Tim. Is my Palico.
Oh, right. Yes. We've been over this.
He's called Tim.
Yep.
The reason I use rations is because they're easier to replace. Yeah, I mean, that's a fair point, but the thing is, like, nothing... consumables like that are not particularly scarce in this game. Like, I'm cautious with Mega Demon Drug and Mega Armor Skin because they require Pale Extracts, which are monster drops. But for just about everything else, you can get it super easy.
I'm probably not as picky about those as I should be, because I use one at least every single hunt. Because they're helpful.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it is helpful, but like at the same time, I don't like grinding for Pale Extracts because
crap!
like
Crap!
the main... Oh no, you got.
I got bored.
Of the Boreal Valley.
Oh, that's what my mobility one is good for.
What's that?
You remember, shit, what was it called? Like Stoic Style or whatever in, Generations? The evading style that we both really liked.
Adept.
Adept, that was it. The Dual Blades mobility, wire technique is, an adept dodge.
Gabonk. We did it. Ugh. God. I think I actually need to go and see a physiotherapist for my posture and like get a properly sized chair and table. And
I can give you some chair recommendations. I know you're a little bit taller than I am, but I found one online recently that it doesn't quite go all the way up my back. It goes up to my neck.
Well, I mean, the bit that concerns me more is the like the height of the seat. You know?
Oh, like the part your butt's on.
Yeah, the part me butt's on.
Yeah.
Because like you're meant to have your feet flat on the floor, calves or shins parallel, and then knees at a 90-degree angle, and I can't do that with my current. So
This one's
It's just
got
bad.
some pretty good height on it as well.
well, if you DM me that, I will take a look.
Yeah. I'll pull up the email that I got when I ordered it online. See if I can get the model name to you.
I think I'd probably like to actually go to a showroom though. Like I know that's kind
fair.
of
Yeah.
it's kind of weird in this day and age, you know. But like
Yeah,
I'd actually like to try out.
I went and saw this model in a Walmart, and I was like, "That looks like it would actually be big enough for me." And took note of the name, and I looked it up online, and I ordered it online.
Nice. It's good when things work out like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, shall we call the stream there? I'm going to bed certainly. You can carry on doing a little bit of solo stuff.
I'm good calling it here as well.
Nice.
My body is a little wonk because I made bad dietary decisions last night.
Well, we'll call it now then. Yeah. So Diana, your streams for the rest of the stream tomorrow, Friday. Oh, raid. Yes. Let's think of somebody to raid.
Oh yes, I should raid as well. But yeah, I will not be streaming again until Friday, and
And then Saturday, right?
yeah, and then Saturday and Sunday.
How do I raid on phone?
Ooh, good question.
How raid phone? How phone raid? Raid phone how? Not with this, I don't think.
Oh right, I am playing Monster Hunter Rise solo on Friday.
Oh, okay.
I completely
Hey.
derped. Yeah, and after that it's 30XX, and then back to Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth, which I have not touched in longer than I'd like.
Right. Aftons is recommending Scurry with a K.
Huh.
So let me see if I think I might have the bot set up to do that. If I do !raid Scurry. See if that works. Doesn't look like it's working. I'm gonna have to open this. Web on web. Gross.
Meanwhile, I tend to raid by just finding random VTubers who are online and have the transgender tag on Twitch.
I mean, it's a good way of doing it.
Yeah.
I usually just raid one of my friends if they're going, or if
Well,
not, I just don't
I
want.
usually do that too, but like, if none who are actual friends of mine, just, you know, people I like, are going, then whatever.
Okay, let me see. Oh, this might take a while because I got to load up the web page on my computer.
Oh,
My phone has.
this person is apparently doing their first stream. That seems like
Ah.
the perfect person to raid.
Excellent. Well, you go there, and I will go to Scurry, and we will split up, and look for clues. Let's see. Is it Scurry PLS? Playing Wind Waker? That's quite fun. Do you like Wind Waker? It's like my favorite Zelda game. Alright. I'll send everybody over there. I love my computer. All my friends are in there. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for joining me, Diana. And thank you for joining me, viewers, dearlings. I'm going to be streaming again tomorrow. I'm going to be playing Dark Souls 2. We have 2 bosses to go before we can take on the final boss.
Yay!
We only have... We have the Burnt Ivory King, and we have Luden Zalen. And then we have to decide if we want to fight Ancient Dragon, and the answer is probably no, because he's a chill guy. But until then, I'm going to say goodnight. Have a good evening. Have a nice rest.
night.
Be kind to yourself, other people. Bye-bye.
Bonne lecture.